Greetings everyone, I am Ewaenruwa Nomaren from It Pays to Fear God, and this video is another episode of Verse Breakdown. The verse for today is Revelation chapter 16 verse 15, which reads, "Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame." The concept of walking as a thief doesn't mean that the person in question is going to sneak in, as in like make sure that few people know about it. It's just that iniquity or ignorance prevents people from really having understanding of how that works. And the second coming of Jesus Christ, which has already happened in the sense of Jesus Christ has come and is ruling in the midst of his enemies, is, if you read Psalms chapter 110 verse 2, is not a very popular doctrine indeed. But we can only go to the Bible to understand how this concept works. For example, in the time of Moses didn't sneak in, as in like make sure very few people knew he was the leader. No, he made everybody know that he was the leader with the various stuff that he was doing, the miracles or the plagues generally, from Exodus chapter 7 to 12. And everybody really had an idea that he was the leader, but they didn't really understand that, because if they did, that they would not only trust Moses, but they wouldn't be rioting against him, questioning his authority in Numbers chapter 12, or wanted to kill him even in places like Numbers chapter 14 and stuff like that. No, they would respect him as his leader, because ultimately God had chosen him in Exodus chapter 3 to lead the Israelites out of Egypt and to the land of Canaan. When Jesus Christ came as the Messiah, he did so many miracles, especially in the books of John and Matthew. You can see all kinds of miracles. It was pretty obvious to anybody who had spiritual sense, but because the Pharisees and all of their followers, which really were the majority of the Jews in that time, didn't have such spiritual sense, even though they saw the miracles, Jesus Christ still came as a thief. Now, I would like to have you know that the Jews weren't completely ignorant. The Jews actually, in case you don't know, were very educated in the biblical stuff. They knew when Jesus Christ was going to come. They knew where, in Bethlehem, of course, which is why they were in expectation. If we read Luke chapter 3, verse 15. They had a pretty good idea of how things were going to work, considering the Messiah. However, because of their lack of spiritual sense and understanding, they missed out on everything Jesus Christ had to offer, be it teachings or anything else, and as a result, they were destroyed. If we read Luke chapter 19 from verses 41 to 44. And in our time, the last days, the things are the exact same. Jesus Christ has already come, but a few people know about it because of the extreme iniquity that the history of Christianity, apostate Christianity especially, has produced. Revelation chapter 17 and 18. They are harlots because they have made all kinds of alliances with the kings and the princes. They had, of course, because they've been defeated. But they were doing all those kinds of stuff. And they took people completely away from Jesus Christ. And they were eating and drinking with the drunken, as Jesus Christ said in Matthew chapter 24 from verses 44 to 51. But now that Jesus Christ has come, few people actually know about it because most people have been carried away by that. But if by God's grace we happen to know that Jesus Christ has come, very good. But we have to make sure that we keep that and live according to that. We should not be living according to how everybody else is living. We should be living a righteous life that few people live because few people understand how such things work. If we read Matthew chapter 7 in verses 13 and 14. It is only when we do this that Ezekiel chapter 39 verse 13 will end up fulfilling. Yea, all the people of the land shall bury them, and it shall be to them a renown in the day that I shall be glorified. Those people are the righteous ones of God, who are glorified when God, in the end, through the rule and kingship of Jesus Christ, have seen iniquity go away. Isaiah chapter 65 from verses 17 to 25. And that is where I think I can stop on discussing the verse Revelation chapter 16 verse 15, which once again read, "Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame." If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Have a good day.